Dialects are often dismissed as a broken or informal version of a language. But in reality, it is the most natural form of human communication. A dialect is a specific variety of language spoken by a particular group, shaped by their unique geography and culture. Standardized language, on the other hand, is an artificial construct. It is a single dialect, undemocratically elevated above others, polished and codified in grammar books, and then imposed on the masses. While standardization was historically necessary for nation building, it is unnatural. Language is born from consensus. Standardization eventually kills this consensus, stifling the organic evolution of human speech. However, the rise of the Internet is dismantling this top-down control, returning language to its natural democratic state. The main problem with standardization is that it separates a language from the people who speak it. Language is supposed to be an agreement between speakers, a tool that evolves to fit all their needs. A central authority interrupts and erases this process. We can see the destructive potential of this in the history of the Igbo language. As noted by Umo Ujuklara in Igbo Language and Identity, the standardization of Igbo has contributed to a decline in its vitality. By enforcing a central Igbo that did not fully resonate with the various distinct dialects of the people, the standardization process created a disconnect between the speakers and their own identity, leading to the gradual erosion of the language itself. A similar failure occurred in Italy. Following the unification of Italy in 1861, the Tuscan dialect was chosen as the standard language for the new nation. However, this decision failed to account for reality. The vast majority of the population spoke entirely different, often mutually unintelligible tongues. At the time of unification, it is estimated that only a tiny fraction of the population actually spoke what we now call Italian. The state tried to impose a tongue that the masses did not own, creating a linguistic hierarchy that alienated the common people from the official language of their own country. To understand why this imposition is so unnatural, we have to look at how dialects form. Imagine a country consisting of only 3 towns. In Town 1, a man invents the word clam as a synonym for farm. The word catches on, and soon, through natural consensus, everyone in Town 1 uses clam to mean farm. Meanwhile, in Town 2, a blacksmith uses the word clam to describe the sound of a hammer, a synonym for slam or hit. The town agrees, and in Town 2, clam means to hit. Finally, in Town 3, the capital, the word clam is invented to mean forums or meeting place. This is the dialect problem. We have one word with 3 distinct, valid meanings derived from the consensus of 3 different communities. The old fix for this before the Internet was for the capital Town 3 to impose its meaning on the other 2. The government declares that clam officially means forums. This standardization was necessary for the functioning of a cohesive nation, ensuring that a law written in the capital could be understood in the villages. However, this fix is extremely unnatural. In Town 1 and Town 2, the word's meaning was chosen through the consent of the entire village. The people decided they agreed with that definition. When the capital standardizes the language, it invalidates that consent. It imposes a meaning without the agreement of the entirety of the nation, effectively erasing the local culture of the other 2 towns. The Internet changes this process entirely. On the web, there is no single capital that can effectively police language. If a community online invents or decides to use a word in a new way, it spreads instantly bypassing the gatekeepers of standardized grammar. Riz, incel, rage bait. These words weren't approved by any authority. They were born from consensus. The internet returns language to the towns. It allows communities to form their own consensuses again, creating a shifting, living landscape of dialects that evolve based on usage. And in the future, this could lead to a coherent, nationwide, natural, standardized form of language. Not one imposed from above, but one grown from below.